Thank you for joining us today for these numbers are not boring two, part two. Guys, today we are a very small group of people, so I want to welcome all of you by voice. Actually, I'm unmuting all of you so you really can talk, guys. If you want to say hello, feel free to do it. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So, as I used to do, guys, I just in order to to get the most out from this hour that we're going to spend together, I just want to get through the learning helps. I'm sure that some or probably all of you already seen it, but it's a reminder also for me, for myself included. And, when I either way, I'm leading the class or vice versa when I'm attending some classes. So, in order to first of all enjoying the time, the first thing that I want to send to you is my personal hug, guys. Thank you for joining us, and then of course make sure you have your own coffee with you or your tea. It's still mid-morning, so it's a good moment for learning something, sharing something, but also being relaxed in the meantime. Okay, now because we're going to share something that is really I believe that is really good topics today. Make sure you get your own pen and paper just beside of you, so you can get some notes. And for those of you who are familiar with this platform, which is called Zoom, you have opportunity to ask questions in two ways. One is pressing the raise hand button. On my tree, please raise the hand. 1, 2, 3. Raise your hand with the button. Yes, I can see Bruno. I can see Tessa, Eleonora. You have a button somewhere in the screen that says raise your hand. Raise hand. Petra, Samira too. So just find it. Oh, okay, I see it. So when you press this button, I can see that you are you might want to say something, or you need attention, and I can allow you to speak. Okay. Now I'm lowering all the ends for this moment. Now at this time, I also want to make sure that you use all the features that this platform has, which is the chat or the Q&A. You can ask questions in two ways: straight in the chat, or if you want in the Q&A area, which is really helpful too. Now, at the same time we're doing things, we're probably also very easily distracted from, I don't know what is your setup there, but for example, I do have a computer, I have a tablet, I have a smartphone here, and in order to get the most out from this class, I want to make sure that I take care about what's happening here, and I will silent mode everything that could be all the notification, could be steer away my attention from this short hour that we have to spend together. We have to invest together more than spend. And again, one of the major things that I learned by teaching, but also by learning, is the fact that participation raises the quality of the learning. So make sure, I'm going to ask you a question, make sure you participate, so we're going to get the most out from this hour together. Okay. So last week we shared these tools, which are where we did talk about business managing numbers, and I provide to you examples of tables. For example, this was a week day tables, means every day just start to track your number. If you don't do it, if you have a software, even much easier. But those are important stuff if you want to grow your business. You can't grow anything that you can't measure. So measuring the business is the first thing in order to grow. And we will need it so much as soon we restart the business after this lockdown, right? So we are, or somehow in kind of crisis now, because our salons are closed, and you know, so and so on. So now the point is by right now we are in a situation where basically we definitely know what was the past, right? We understand the present in the matter that is, we know the situation, we know I mean how the situation affected our business, for sure. What we don't know is the future, or at least, I mean, we can try to forecast the future, correct? So now, however, we don't have the, you know, the crystal sphere of the wizards. And so it's not going to be easy. We can start to think about how it's going to look like, you know, with all the situation. For example, okay, let's pretend that this is our salon, okay? A small, tiny salon. It looks like a lot of Netherlands salon. I don't know why, but right, Tessa?
Yeah, for sure.
Big windows with yeah, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of Netherlands. Anyway, so here is the point, guys. I'm gonna give you a couple of clues, and then I let you help me out. Okay. For example, let's pretend, I know Netherlands is for example, is opening the door around the 20th of this month of May, right?
Yes, that's right.
Italy now, they are saying maybe 18, maybe 25. We don't know yet, but more or less it's going to be, that is the moment where we will be able to reopen our doors. And probably market by market, this is happening sooner or later. Now, that being said, so that means that we have clients waiting for a long time to get the hair done. So we have a lot of people, they need the hair done. I don't know you guys, but I know people here, they are receiving calls more or less every day. Oh, guy, how can I do my color? Can you come and do my color at home? I mean, there are a lot of clients that are desperate with their own hair, and they want to get the hair done, right? And I guess this is happening also in your market. Now, this is one of the things that for sure is going to happen. However, for some reason of a wealthy reason, we're going to have let's say contingency amount of I mean, we will not be able to serve the same amount of people in the salon as we did before. We probably have to skip, I don't know, one chair empty, one chair with the client, or maybe only one client in the room. I mean, every market, every government is working on the rules for allowing to us to restart the business, but with a certain security. Okay, so and it's going to be probably similar, but not same every market. Now, what else do you think? What else can we try? Can we, let's say, guess or forecast for the near future as soon we unlock the door of the salon? What do you think, guys? Please help me out to find the other contingency, other situation, other limitation, other challenge. Please use your chat. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting for your answer. Chat. Write in the chat. What do you think it could happen? What do you think type of challenge, problem, boundaries we're gonna face? Lose clients. Yeah, possible. Possible. Yeah. What else? Come on, guys. Come on, some more. Help me out. I think we have to manage the agenda also in another way. Very good. People will be scared to spend, of course. To spend money, yes. Yeah. Anything else? Different working hours. Very good. Very good. Some more, some more. Come on, there is no right and wrong here. We are really having an open conversation and trying to reflect to the possibility. Some more, guys. Come on. Think about bigger appointments do overgrown. Yeah. Possible. More intimate. Yeah, more intimate appointment with the client, sure, because of less space and more time every day, that is going to be a problem. Yeah, we need to make clients feel secure. Yeah, very good, guys. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So basically, as you already mentioned, yes, color correction, of course. A lot of people made the color by themselves at home. I'm sure we're going to have some quite good disaster to fix. Okay, so basically, one of the things, because the client, a lot of people, they want to come, but also we will not be able to serve everyone as we did before. So most likely the salon timetable has to be changed, maybe extending during the day the number of hours. Okay, so but also working together with the whole team is probably not going to be possible as before. I mean, that is probably related to the law that government will decide, to the rules that the government will decide to create, but also in terms of the space. You know, how big is the salon, right? So what is gonna happen, as you Francine says, maybe we need to have a team rotation, like shifts, right? So we spread the day longer, but we're gonna have people working at very different times, maybe early morning till late afternoon, or even in the evening. We don't know. We'll need to see how it's gonna happen, how we can manage that, right? Now, what else? We were saying about the timing of the day, but maybe in order to be able to, you know, to achieve good results, either for serving others, clients, and making sure that we have enough money to live and to cover all the expenses, it's possible that we will need to open also in the closing days, or what was closing days before. Maybe, for example, in most part of Europe, Sunday and Monday, they are the 2 days where salons are closed, for example. Other countries, maybe they have different rules, but more or less is the same everywhere in the world, there to say. So basically, maybe we need to open the Sunday, we need to open on Monday in order to get all the staff working and spreading more our clientele in a longer period of opening time, okay? So this is something that absolutely could happen, and we will see very soon, actually. Excuse me, my throat. Then what else? We will have sanification process, okay? Which is gonna be probably similar, probably not exactly the same country by country, but very similar. I know, guys, that, excuse me again, I need a bit of water now, not the coffee. So I know, for example, that there is a team today, exactly today, we have Brian is shooting some video tutorials just to facilitating, process and showing some ideas of sonification, how to handle, the setup of the silence. So you'll see soon. We're gonna provide you more video tools in order to give you a little bit of example, inspiration. Okay. What else? We probably, I mean, I don't know if you have going through the supermarket in this period of quarantine, but I know, I mean, when I go to the supermarket, as soon I run out from my home, I got a new pair of gloves, which are my black, beautiful color gloves that I use to color the hair. I put my mask on and I drive to the supermarket. Now, when I get into the supermarket, they are not happy enough with that I have the gloves. They want to give me some other gloves, which are actually not fitting very well. They are quite wide and you lose it so easily. So what happened that when you start to especially, I mean, if you go in the vegetables area or fruit area, that you pick what you need and then you put it in the bag and you wait and you got the stickers coming out. I mean, this is incredible, making me nervous because it takes forever. So basically, I guess working with all the disposable protections, personal protection is going to be quite funny, but also, I mean, awkward. I mean, we will probably take a little bit more time for doing what we do usually in a certain amount of time, right? Correct me if I'm wrong or if you think that is I'm saying fool's things. Okay. Plus, there is another thing that we need to think about. All of these sanitation, processing, and so on, it is going for sure affecting the price. I mean, it's going to for sure affecting not the prices, but it's going to affect the capacity of creating income of the salon. So basically, what's going to happen? We're going to have a little bit more expense, and the break-even point. So the point where we cover all the expenses of the salon is going to be higher, and we will need to face this situation where we need to decide what is going to be the salon strategy in terms. Okay, can I raise the price? Should I raise the price? I mean, all of these things, they probably need to be addressed very soon. Okay. Also, as some of you said, people, they're going to be more aware about how they're going to spend their own money. I mean, I'm hearing here actually, but I don't know in your local country, but I mean, I'm hearing here in Italy, a lot of people, they don't have money for food, guys. So it's a very dramatic situation for many people. And as we were talking in the first live we did 3 weeks ago, organizing fundraising or be involved ourselves in some donation is a very noble gesture. And I mean, inviting and again stimulating you to do that, because I mean, a lot of people, they are in need. Then of course, so all of the and I tell you, yes, Francine, is a very real problem, and is incredible. I'm gonna cry if I think about. So basically, all of these things, they will need to be addressed, and I'm sure that now that we start to have open this conversation, you're going to probably have a long list of these possible contingency, possible boundaries, possible challenge that you will face very soon, very soon. Okay, so now I'm going to switch a little bit the topic, and we're going to start to talk about, okay, I'm going to show you, let's pretend for a moment that all of these, we canceled the last couple of months, okay? We are not in any health emergency, social emergency, and economic emergency. We are literally going back to, I don't know, December, right? Uh, and we have our history of turnover of the salon, or if I'm a stylist behind the chair, I have my history behind the chair, and so on. So somehow our monthly income, they're not the same. So what you do in January is not what you do in February, and so on, right? We have a kind of weave when we talk about business. And here I just represented one divided in 12 months, so divided in a year, more or less. This is the weave of either income or affluency in a salon in my local market here, means in Parma, okay? According to where you live, you might have a different wave, but that is not a problem, guys. This is a conceptual thing that we want to learn. Then, of course, you're going to apply the tools according to your local situation, to your local weave. So basically, we're going to make an analysis about according to this weave. But guys, what we're going to share in terms of tools, they're going to be very helpful even after the restarting, okay? Because you're going to have a new story, but you can start to build your story. You can start to write your new chapter of your book, okay, of your business book. So be focused on what I'm saying. I will try to be very clear, and please, please, please stop me anytime you need, you know, raise your hand or chat and ask question. Just to make sure that you are still all awake, let me see by raising your hand if you are with me. 1, 2, 3, come on, more, 4, come on, raise your hand. 4, 5, very good, very good. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, nice, very good. Now, what I'm trying to show you here is that basically every as you can see, I'm trying to classify, right? Clusterize periods. So for example, January and August are low season, very low season, especially here in Italy, but also especially in cities, because January is after Christmas time. You know, all the people already spent all the money for gift, for parties, and so on. So it's a very, maybe they go skiing at the beginning of January, so they don't have money to get to the salon. So basically, it's a very low season, means not many people in the salon, and so either not many people in the salon and not much money coming in. Same, it happens in August. Why? Because August is also another moment where, especially people from here, they go on the seasides or on the mountain for a vacation, for annual leaves. A lot of companies, they are shutting down for maybe 10 or 15 days. So in the city, everyone is disappearing out. So it's a low affluence in the salon and not that many money, okay? Now, what else? After January, you know, mid-February, the line started to raise up, you know, March, April, and May. They are used to be a very good month where the people, they come in the salon, they start to come back in the salon, doing services, and there is an average, you know, medium affluence in the salon. And also the incomes, they are much better than January. Then you got, you know, May, end of May. Here, the weather is starting to be very nice, and people, they start to get weekends on the seaside. So basically, they spend money for weekends, and they go a little bit less to the hair salon. That's the reason why June, it's not a very good month in general. You got a little bit up in July because they are preparing the hair to go in the holiday. Okay, so everyone wants to go in vacation with looking nice, right? So, and then again, so August is very low, as we were saying, but September, everybody come back from the sea with the hair, they are cooked and they want to get back colors, haircuts, and a nice treatment for, and shine, nice treatment. Then, of course, November is not a very good month because a lot of people, they are waiting to doing hair, everything in December, all because they want to look nice for the Christmas time, right? So that is how basically the line of either affluence of the people in the salon, either the money incomes of the salon is absolutely changing during the month. Okay, so now we're gonna see again that line, but I want to talk about some assets. You know, what is in our hands in order to affect this wave and to affect this business, right? So let's talk about being smart. Okay, if I say smart, what does it tells you? What does it tell you? Guys, I'm going to unmute you. So I really like to hear your voice, okay? Let me do it. So let's see if let's see if I can hear your voice. Anyone want to talk? What do you think can you hear me?
Yes.
Guys? Oh, okay, cool.
I can hear you.
Yeah. What does it mean smart for you guys?
I think the smart is standing for different words.
Very good.
Can I go on?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I think the S is for specific.
Very good.
The M is for measure.
Very good. Very measurable. Very good.
Specific, measure. The A is for...
Yes, from the other guys, please. I tell you, achievable.
Achievable.
Okay. R is for...
Achievable.
Any help, guys? Any help from you?
Relevant.
Sorry?
Relevant.
Relevant. Very good. Very good. Relevant. And T is for time-based. Time-based. Okay. Thank you, guys. So basically, what I'm going to show you, it's not rocket science. It's something that you probably heard already, but but is important to understand. Okay, how we're going to use it. Just be patient for a while. Okay. Now, so basically here, we can use these tools. We have promos. We have moment where we can do retail focus. We have a moment where we can use pre-booking. We have moment where we can use add-on services. We have moment where we can use referral clients campaigns. We have moments where we can use loyalty program. Okay. Here is one point, guys. I'm going, but let's go through one by one of these assets. Okay. Promos are created to persuade the clientele to buy predetermined services or products by attracting them with advantage compared to a greater spending. Okay, this is what a promo should look like. Okay, pre-booking helps to increase the number of entrances in a low business period. When I say number of entrances, we are referring to two things: affluence of the people, number of the people coming into the salon, and of course, as a consequence, a better turnover, a better incomes. Retail focus. Retail focus It's period and moment where it helps to avoid the drop of incomes in low business period and build trust in the professional retail products. Then we have add-on services, which are concept services that helps to increase average spending per client, okay? Now, last one but not least is a loyalty program, which it helps to keep the clients loyal to our salon, offering what? Offering benefit or discount by achieving higher spending thresholds, okay? So basically, these are some of the tools that we're going to talk about today. But most important is even understanding how to use it, where to use it, when to use it, okay? Is it clear, guys? Give me a shout in the chat. Is it clear till here? Any question? Hello?
Oh, good.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Great.
Now, thank you. So here is what is going to happen now. Let's go back to our incomes wave, affluence wave, right? We keep on the top also low, medium, high, and we start to share something. For example, we said January, not many people coming in the salon, and of course, as a consequence, not much money comes, and people already spent everything in gift, in parties, in dinners, and so on, happy hours. So when I do have not many people in the salon, what can I do to help to increase the incomes? I mean, basically, usually this is a period where they start to clean the salon as sanitizing all the salon like a surgery room, right? But in the reality, that is only one part of the thing. In reality, you have much more time to dedicate to each client coming in, to be focused with your team in making sure that everyone has the right knowledge in products and retails. So when you have a client there, you don't lose the opportunity to be more specific with the home care treatments with everything that you can recommend for a better hair results when the she's going home. And this is how we can increase a little bit our incomes in that low period. Remember, guys, I don't know if you attended the retail therapy that it has been shared from Margaret this week.
Yeah, it was good.
And we're going to repeat it next week. So, I mean, there is one thing that is really important when you have a client that buys products from you. As many products you sell, as more increase of loyalty you're going to get. Okay, I'm just giving to you a simple point. So this is very important that we focus on that. We need to be focused on retail when we don't have too many people in the salon. When we have too many people in the salon, we are distracted on many things, okay? So what's next? Next is the fact that if you have February, which is still a low part, but is coming up, it's a good time where to start to think about and create a promotion. Promotion can be done in many different ways, okay? We might discuss later. But that is the moment to create promotion. And then, of course, because from mid-February forward, it's a very good month. You have a medium, you go through almost a medium affluence in the salon, but people there start to be open. Usually, except here, we have spring is coming and people are more enthusiastic. They're willing to spend. They want to have changes, seasonal changes. And you can create a list list concept and add-on services, which is basically helping you to increase the average ticket of each client. You still have time to feel. You're not super busy. You're busy, but you still have time to feel. And this time you can use it to increase the ticket of each client, average spend. So April is still a good month, as we were saying, and because we have a good affluence in the salon, not the higher one, but is a good affluence in the salon. April and May, usually they're really getting a good level of affluence in the salon. Use that moment to spread the word of mouth of your salon. So use the actual clients to gain other clients, to gain friends. So this is the moment where we can promote a referral client campaign. Does make sense for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna get May. May is a fantastic month usually, and it comes exactly where the season, let's say the summer is at the door. Okay, as soon as summer is at the door, nobody wants to get the hair done in that moment. They immediately want to go in the swimming pool or at the seaside on the beach. So basically, you're gonna get a month with a decrease of affluence in your salon. How can you guarantee, guys? How can you guarantee to get a little bit more affluence in your salon? Any idea?
Promotions.
Promotions, yes, or also what? Also what? Come on, give me a help.
Loyalty cards.
Kind of. What about this? Pre-booking, guys. So if you are in May, right, and you are coming to do your hair now, and I know that in June I will not see you because you're gonna go and you're gonna be the first moment of summer is when you want to get out of of rooms and so on. So what about pre-book you? Okay, listen. If you come in the next 30 days, if you come before the end of June, I will provide you, I don't know, whatever, a discount on one service, a discount on the whole service, on top of what you're going to spend. If you spend more than this, I'm gonna give you a retail product for free. You can create your own way of pre-booking, giving a benefit to the client, but that is the moment to feel June. Feel June before, you feel before, okay? Because June is again a low moment. We go back to be very focused on what? On retail. Why? Because that is the moment to sell all the, for example, the sun protection. So you have a lot of, usually also, brands as Domino's or many others, they have specific campaigns with beautiful trade marketing tools and gifts. So June is a very good month for retail. So because it's a less affluence, but you can be very, very, very focused and specific on retail. Okay, now what's going to happen next is that in July, the affluence is coming up a little bit more, but you are just before a big crisis because August is probably, as January is, there are the 2 months at least here where the salon is really empty. So what to do? Pre-book people in July and give them a good benefit if they come in August. So you're gonna get a little bit more, even if you're conceding, you're leaving some discount or benefit. You're gonna get it anyway, some more income coming in your salon. Okay. Now, August and the lower moment of let's say when the August is almost at the end and September is coming in with a good let's say wave raising, but still not super busy. That is the moment that you have time to feel and thinking about what are going to be the add-on services I can provide to my client in that specific moment. Okay, does make sense, guys? Does make sense? Hello? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So now, it's October. We're in the medium affluence in the salon. We are medium busy in the salon, and so basically what we want to make sure is, because usually October is a good average, but then you have November that is dropping down a little bit. So use October in this case, use medium moment to again be focused on referral clients campaigns. So you can feel with some new client in November. Okay. Now, in November, which is again, it's the month. It's like the calm or the storm, right? So that is also is a good moment. It's really good moment to think about what promotion to do. Maybe you can create promotion dedicated to Christmas time, right? You can get promotion to get this long services done, not in the rush time, but just a little before, and just you come in December for a retouch. So you keep me less busy in December, and I got more time to spend and to dedicate to each client in December. Or everybody, they're gonna want to get the hair done in a week, just the week before Christmas time, and it's gonna the salon is crazy, is exploding of people and crazy, right? So this is, I think it can be probably related to many countries. Okay, so now December, as we said, is the higher affluence of the people, but is also the higher moment of incomes. However, you don't have that much time to be focused on other things. The only thing you can do is anticipating the lower season of the year, which is January. It does make sense, guys? Are you with me? Okay, so basically, we're gonna get January, which is very difficult moment, but what we can do is, okay, if December I have a lot of people, all right, so pre-book them with a very aggressive maybe promotion or discount if they book within the end of January. So you're gonna feel a little bit the moment of low season of January too, right? Okay, so now I just want to make sure that is clear the logic behind. So is there any question related to this allocation? Means, is it clear the logic that I tried to explain to you guys?
Yes, it keeps business consistent.
Exactly. One rule that we will talk about in a few minutes, but there is one important thing, guys, that is important to understand when we create promos or whatever, because I think that sometimes we are not specific. You know, when we say promos, we are referring to all of these assets that I did show you just right now. But there is a big difference between a promo or a referral client campaign. There is a big difference when I say retail focus or add-on services, because add-on services is literally a service. Retail focus means I have the time to invest with my client, really talking about hair and the potential things that we can provide to her. Right now, one more point is the fact that, as you can see, some actions are repeating during the year, right? But they're not consistent during the year. And I'm not saying that the rest of the months you are not selling any product. No, I'm just saying that in these 2 months, the thing that you can really do with yourself and your team is really being prepared on what to say. what is what we want to say, what we want to tell, what, you know, what's the story, what, you know, this is really important. But you can't consistently do the same during the whole year, or it's going to be overwhelming, or basically there is nothing new for the client. Okay, even this one, guys, for example, promotions are good, but if you do promotion in a, let's say, during the whole year, they will not work in the same manner. A promotion is always has a specific, you do remember the word smart. So things, they need to be timed. You need in business, what we used to say, you know, my coach says, in business, you need to learn how to compress the space. So basically, I'm gonna give you some real benefit, but these benefits are available from here to here. One day later, not anymore. You need to be strict in that, or there are not gonna be any more promotions. Same for campaigns like, for example, referral clients, okay? Referral clients campaign. You can do that, apply to, I mean, the whole year longer, sure. However, if you do strong in some specific period, they were gonna help you more, because you're gonna be very focused on that and not in everything. Don't do everything at the same time, okay? Do things in the right time, but make sure you think about, okay, what is my wave? What is my wave? Is my wave like this one, or is a little bit different? So you need to think about what is your history of incomes and affluence of the salon, okay? And this, if you use this logic, then it is going to help you out quite well. Promise, guys, really. Okay, and going forward here, and let's talk about add-on services. Okay, add-on services, they need to be, I mean, everyone can say, oh, you have the client in your chair, and you have and she does want to have I don't know, color and blow dryer and blow drying, and you say, oh, I'm gonna give you a treatment. Yes, great. Everyone, even that is an add-on service. I mean, it's something that the clients didn't plan to buy from you. However, when I say add-on service, you probably need to think about it to be more specific, and creating specific services that they need to be used in this manner. So here I give in this chart you have 3 examples: express, intro, and full services, 5, 15, or 30 minutes of time, right? And in order to create them, I can give you an example. I'm going to share here an example of how create them. You can actually create having other situation, okay? So maybe something that is made for customer who has dry hair, or something that is created for customer that has hair that are lax of body. Something that, excuse me, some kinds they complain of, you know, having flat hair, they don't hold any shape. Pardon. Or some kinds that are not very happy with the color, you know. Somebody who is, and that is actually something that could happen right now when we reopen. They have a regrow, but they don't have that many money to spend. How can you create some services that helping them to reasonable spending their money and to have not too much commitment with the regrow? So if you use these questions and then you go back, you go back here, you might find a way to create a specific service. You also can brand them. You need to create a name of the service, and you feel a table like this, and you create this table only to be used as a add-on services, not for the menu that let's say the common menu. Okay, so you can upsell services, not for, it's not the oh, you know what, I can give you something more in that. That is what is helping you to increase the average spending of each client. Okay, now once again, these are only few questions created to help you out in in um, creating add-on services. Okay, but you can think about other situations, and maybe the ones for September, the one for May, and so you can literally think about specific service to be proposed in specific moment of the year. Try to do not use the same, because same thing will not create interest in the client. As if you like to go shopping, guys, you probably know that you stop in front of the window that they're constantly renovating. Windows that are not renovated often, you even don't stop anymore, because you know they're going to be the same thing. Okay, this is a human habit. Okay, human behavior. Now there is something important that we still have a few minutes, and I would probably, guys, if you like, stay, I don't know, 5-6 minutes longer than 11, so I can share a few more things with you. Okay. So limited time. As I said before, when you create a promo, make sure you set a specific time. Don't go over. Okay. That you set the clientele. Okay, the promo is related to what? To who does color, to who doesn't color, to who buy product, to who doesn't buy product, to who does treatment, to who doesn't treatment. So think about to create promos with a specific target. Also, you might say, okay, I have 100 spot, I have 100 spot available of these promos. So if you want it, make sure you are in between these 100 people, right? This is a good way to compress the space, to create the urgency, because promos basically are creating in the mind of the people urgency. You want it, you might be interested, make sure you got the right spot, or where, you know, it's going to be sold out. This is very important, offering a real value. So I've seen in the past, you know, I probably did it myself too when I was leading my salon before learning stuff like this one. Promos, they should contain an offer which clients will benefit from, and not benefit on useless service or product. Means you need to create something that really giving to the clients what they also want, not something that they will never buy anyway, you know? Again, as I said before, try to avoid, you know, the repetition of the same thing, make some changing, you know, basically also because you're gonna learn how to do it the more you do it. So you're going to probably increase your capacity of creating promos, or all of the assets I shared before, you know, pre-booking, retails, focus, referral, clients campaign. So the more you do, the more you learn how to do it. And so you make sure that they are also different one by one. And one of the things that we already mentioned when we said smart, they need to be measurable. Okay, if you don't track the results of the promos, I mean, at the end you put effort, but you don't know literally if this promo helps you out to get to the objective you wanted or not, how far you are from the objective or not. If you track results of the promos when you create it, I promise you that you're gonna get sooner much better in creating your tools in you know, any type of promo you want. But it's not only that, it's the fact that most likely, you know, these thing that I shared before, this wave, is going to be more, not that much so different. You're going to create, you're going to drive your business to get a very more, I mean, it's not going to be flat for sure, guys, but you're going to help you out to get a more standard turnover of people and incomes. That is the reason why we speak about assets and promotion and so on. Now, as I have really few minutes, and I want to make sure I let you provide any comment if you want, or again, you're allowed to talk, or just simply, you know, you want to, you know, have a questions, or I'm here for a couple of minutes more. So please help me out to help you again, okay? Just one thing that I want to make sure you know, all of the classes we are doing live here, they've been recorded. So you're going to, we're going to have them available on Davines Education YouTube channel. I think in the next, probably some they're probably already there, and some other they're going to be posted. If they are not there, they're going to be posted very soon. So if you want to get back to that, you know, feel free to join there. If you have further question, guys, I write my email in the chat. So if you need any clarification after this moment we spent together, feel free to reach me out by email or Facebook. You know, we have a lot of channels. And again, there are a couple of things I want to tell you. Next week, same, you know, Wednesday at 4 p.m. You know, Central European, Italian times, and Thursday this time is not going to be on Friday, because Friday is Labor Day in Italy. Everybody is not working. So Thursday, this next week is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. We're going to talk about, we'll continue from here basically, and we're going to talk about clientele typology and the action that we can use in order to get them more in business with us. And maybe we can review also some of the content that we have seen today. So, so make sure again that you go in Facebook, Davines Education page, you click on going, and then you will receive the link for that. Also, what we're going to do next, I mean, there is a plenty, I mean, next week we're going to be the very good calendar of classes. We're going to get also again retail therapy. I don't know if it's going to be again Margaret or myself hosting that. Make sure you get you know, and you keep in touch with us, and we're going to share more details. So
The education's been great. Thank you, Francesco, for all that you've contributed.
Thank you, Francine. I really appreciate. We are all here, you know, trying to do fast reacting to this situation and learning more, because actually what basically we're literally learning on the way to how to do these to use this digital channel, and I'm sure we're going to learn much more in the near future. So I really appreciate, and guys, we are here to support, to help, and if you have any requests, feel absolutely free to reach me out or to reach the team out. We are definitely here for you. Love you guys. I see there is no much question. I hope to have been clear enough. I know that I'm, I say, talking quite fast, because I mean what I showed here, it's not I mean, maybe for somebody who used to manage a salon or used to tracking number or used to, think about promotion in this manner. Maybe it's easy. For some other that are maybe starting now, it's not. I would love to have really much more time to spend with you. So, but and if you want to get more, I promise we're gonna give you more. So just make sure that you communicate with us, and we will make that happen. Okay. So I'm gonna close the class now, guys. Thank you so much. Love you so much. My heart to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.